Hello Power Rangers Lightning Collection fans, and welcome back to Toku Topics. Today I am finally taking a look at the final figure from Power Rangers Lightning Collection Wave 11, the Wild Force Lunar Wolf Ranger. I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in this figure for so many different reasons. It's really a shame, because first of all, this is our first new team in a good amount of time. Dino Fury as well, but this is our first, older team in a good amount of time. This is another Silver Ranger in the line, which we don't have a lot of. We really only have Psycho Silver and In Space Silver, which I love. And I love Silver Rangers. They're some of my favorite suits. This is one of my favorite 6 Ranger suits. And they just screwed it up so bad. I'm so disappointed in this. Obviously, you probably know the problems with this figure already. The stripes, the holster, the boots. Those are the big 3 things to talk about. I think those are pretty much the only things. I know a lot of people are also complaining about the other version of the Lunar Q that is not included in here. I honestly could care less about that. I care about the actual figure being completely screwed up. Now, it is very strange what's happening with this figure, because they did say, and I've gone over this numerous times before, they said that they were going to be able to fix the stripes in the boots. Then the final version came out and they didn't, but then somebody found a 6-striped version of him at a Walmart, the same Walmart this one actually came from. It's literally from the same case as the 6-stripe one that was found, because I contacted the guy that found that 6-stripe one, and he bought me the 5-stripe one, which is fine. I do intend on trying to track down the 6-stripe one as well, if that's even actually a thing to track down. I've still only ever seen one 6-stripe one, so I don't know if that was just a weird error that actually made the figure correct, or if that's actually a running change that you can find. I don't even know if you can find a 6-stripe one, or if you can only find 5 stripes. It's so confusing. It doesn't make any sense, and you shouldn't have had to have done that anyway. But here it is. And for that reason, due to the fact that I can't find a 6-stripe one yet, or I don't have a 5 and a 6-stripe, I do intend on trying to get a 6-striped one as well. I feel even kind of weird about opening this one, because I would prefer, if I could find a 6-stripe one, that's going to be the one on the display. It's more accurate. I mean, it is. The 6-stripe one still doesn't have the boots correct, and none of them will ever have the holster he's supposed to have. So in that regard, the figure's still screwed. But at the same time, I don't know if I'm ever going to be able to find a 6-stripe one, and I don't want to keep this one in box forever. And then it's if I find a 6-stripe one, is this one rare? And should I keep this one in box because of that? Is the 6-stripe one going to be rare? What the hell is going on? So this is the Lunar Wolf Ranger figure. And I guess we'll just take a look at what we got. I am going to open it, even if that ends up being a mistake in the future. I'm going to review the figure here, and I'm not going to do a separate review if I find a 6-stripe one or anything like that. The only other time that this is going to appear in a kind of review format is whenever the Walmart's Power Pop Art variants come out, because I am going to get those as well, and I'm not opening those because they're package variants. But anyway, here he is. Art looks great. Tom killed it with the art, because Tom made the art accurate, so he actually has 6 stripes on the art. On the front as well, he has it. You have the Wild Force logo that you can barely see up there. There it is. It is there. And then you have the very nice wolf on the artwork. Like I said, Tom killed it. The back render is also pretty good. The back render has 2 of the 3 errors fixed. He has silver boots here. He has 6 stripes here. Still doesn't have a holster. I don't understand why he doesn't have a holster. Why that was never seemingly in the plans. Because usually we sometimes see things that the figure should have or should look like on the render, and then the figure itself doesn't have it. We've had that so many times at this point. I mean, I can't even tell you how many renders are not indicative of the actual figure in the box. But the point is, what happened? What happened with this one? And what's so annoying about it is that the figure's so screwed. You can't just replace it with one running change, obviously, if the stripes even is one. You'd have to do 2 running changes, because you'd have to fix the boots as well. They're never gonna give you the holster. There's not even room in the plastic for him to have a holster. That is never on the table. The only potential way that this could ever be fixed is if they did a 2-pack down the line or something to re-release this figure, probably with the 3rd version of the Q he should have, which I don't even remember which version he's missing in this. And that would probably have a 6-striped and silver boots in the holster. But it's just not a good way to kick off the Wild Force team in celebration of that season's 20th anniversary in 2022 here. We are getting Wild Force Red and Blue later on this year, with Blue coming in the next wave, and then Red coming in the next wave of deluxe figures with some sort of vehicle. So hopefully those are good. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens. But I didn't really show much off of him in the box. There's the Merrick face, I think. I mean, that's kind of Merrick. You can kind of see the white trim on the visor there is kind of not very aligned on mine. That's just kind of a mine problem, a QC problem. Honestly, this figure could have a ton of QC problems and I wouldn't care because I think the entire figure is screwed anyway. Like, I don't like this figure. This is one example of buying for completion's sake, and also because I guess there's no technical guarantee that they ever will fix this figure. I just hope that with the amount of complaints that they are rightfully getting about it, that they will do something eventually, even if it does more than likely require me to buy it again. Which honestly, I might end up having, what, 4 of these? I could even have 5 of these by the time this line is done. Because if I have this one, and I try to get the 6-stripe one, the Power Pop Art variant, who knows if the Power Pop Art variant has stripe variants, we don't know, and then an actual fixed one later on, I could literally have a whole team of this guy when I only want and need one. But anyway, let's open it up and take a look at what we got. So here is Merrick out of the box here, and I'm going to try to start with the positives. I've pretty much already gone over all the negatives anyway. Overall, is the figure good? Kind of. I mean, I really cannot say a lot of good things about this figure because of how screwed up it is. Like, I know everybody complains about the Lightning Collection all the time, and I just spent the first 6 minutes of this video complaining about this figure. I like it. I like that there is a Lunar Wolf figure. I just cannot even fathom how they looked at a picture of Gal Silver or looked at a picture of the Lunar Wolf Ranger and made this. How did you not see that stripe? Whatever. Honestly, I will give them the stripe because, to be honest, I didn't even know that the Wild Force Rangers had number of stripes based off of their rank on the team until people pointed out that he didn't have 6. I literally never noticed that before. It's very clear now when I see it. And then the holster is the thing that gets me the most because, like, I really like giving the figures, or, you know, putting the weapons in the holsters and stuff, or whatever, if they're supposed to have one. And it's just like, there's not even a peg. There's never a peg for the holsters. They're usually molded parts of the belts. But, like, what the heck? Like, literally every single photo of Gal Silver. I think the only things people pointed out that he doesn't have a holster in is I think it was Legacy Wars he doesn't have a holster in. Which, whatever. And this white boot thing seems to be catching on. Because if you saw, they just revealed a miniature for Lunar Wolf coming to the Heroes of the Grid board game. And the cover art that has him on the box has him drawn with white boots. So I'm like, did that look at the Lightning Collection version? Or is there just some super secret archive of white booted Lunar Wolf Gal Silver photos out there that I've never seen? Because I don't think that there is. But anyway, the helmet's good, so I can say that at least. The sculpt is very nice on it. I love the silver paint that they've done. I do just wish that mine had a little bit better QC with the visor trim. But, like, that's one of those things to where it's not good, but, like, at this point, if you collect Lightning Collection, you got to expect things like that. After 3 years, they still haven't really figured out a way to have that not be a problem kind of things happening. And it's not a good thing. It's not something we should just accept, but, like, I'm fine with that. I'm used to that kind of thing with Lightning Collection. I buy these figures knowing that that happens a lot, so I'm good with that. Everything else I'm just not. But, like, the helmet is very good. I love the sculpt. I love the blue paint on the top. You know, that looks like the Wolf Morpher and everything. They nailed it with that. Another thing I really like, because I'll just kind of take a look at it here with the accessories. Well, first of all, you get regular hands on the figure out of the box. You get just 2 holding hands. However, the Wild Force Rangers do have those claws. And so his hands are, or his swappable hands are special molded claw hands, which I like that a lot. So you can see the little nails sticking out of them and everything. And you get one for both of his hands to really give him that kind of clawed, you know, more wild look. And that is awesome. I hope every single one of the Wild Force Rangers comes with these kind of hands. Maybe even the exact same hands. I'd be fine with that. So that's a great addition. If you might have seen in the box, mine was really twisted that way in the leg, but that lines right back up to have the whole diamonds. I want to say people complained about this too. I don't even remember why. To be honest, I don't remember if the blue is supposed to extend beyond here. I don't recall if it does or not. It does on this side, so I can't. I want to say it probably doesn't, but it also kind of looks strange that it doesn't. I don't know. I like that. It's not a complaint necessarily of the figure because I genuinely just cannot remember what the suit's supposed to do there. The wolf symbol is tampographed on there very nicely. You can see 5 stripes there, 5 stripes on the back. And that's another thing too. We saw that one with the 6 stripes, but we never saw it out of the box. So I have no idea if the one that was found with 6 stripes actually had the 6 stripes wrap all the way around. This one has 5 stripes that wrap all the way around when it should have 6. I don't even remember which Ranger is supposed to have 5, because like I said earlier, I didn't even realize these guys had the different swappable or the different stripe numbers based off of the rank on the team. You can see mine has the belt a little off-centered, and it's been a little tough to try to move it. Usually you can kind of move these a little bit. I'll maybe try to apply some heat or something like that and kind of realign it a little bit. That's just a little kind of issue with mine. It's not that big of a deal. It happens sometimes. I mean, overall, like from a distance, it looks like the Wild Force Lunar Wolf Ranger, of course. It's just when you get closer to it, I mean, I think the boots are obviously very noticeable from a distance. The holster, especially if you haven't turned this way, you're not going to notice. And the stripes, you know, they're so small. If you're like on the opposite side of the room and you just see him posed with like the other Wild Force Rangers that we're getting, it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. Accessory-wise, though, the other stuff he has, because we already went over the hands, these are great. So the Lunar Q looks really good. This is the, so this one is like the sword mode of it or whatever. You do have a very nice sculpt there of the Gal Ranger kind of wolf symbol. So I like that. You get nice little gold paint. It's cast in this gray plastic, so it won't chip in the hand or anything like that when you have him hold it. And you get kind of the, I guess, gun mode, or I think, or does he not have it in Q mode? Is that what it doesn't come with? Because there's like the gun mode, there's the sword mode. He uses it as a pole Q. I love playing pool, so I've always loved this weapon. I just love the idea of he puts the little, you know, what do they call it? The little power animal pearls, I guess, or whatever, or power spheres. That's the Ninja Storm, but you put him on the pool table, the holographic pool table, and he just hits them at the monster, or hits them at, you know, to summon them or whatever. Words. But I've always thought that was a really cool thing that he did, and I do like that you get both of these. This effect piece, we've had a lot before. I don't recall if we've ever had it in this kind of red color. This might be new in this red color, or I could just be forgetting a figure that it comes with, but we've had this one ever since Wave 2, I believe, or even earlier than that. And that's kind of just meant to go onto the sword mode of the Lunar Q. So, you know, that works. I mean, it's not the greatest thing ever, but it's fine. It fits on there. I just would maybe worry about it bending this a little bit. It is a little bit more pliable, but you don't want to snap it or bend it or anything like that. And then you do get the Merrick head, which I think definitely gets the point across. I don't know if it necessarily looks completely like Merrick. We'll go ahead and swap it. Head came off very nicely. This entire wave has had pretty easy head swaps. It's been a little hard to get the civilian heads on the figures, though. But I think that's mostly on there. So there's Merrick. I do like that he has his little goatee going on there, a little beard, and like the white in his hair. So, I mean, for the most part, yeah, I definitely see a little bit of Merrick in there. But I definitely think I don't think it's one of the Lightning Collection's absolute greatest head sculpts, but it's also definitely not Rocky from, you know, Wave 4 of Zeo Blue. So it's definitely not that. And, yeah, that's basically going to do it. That's all I have to say about Wild Force Lunar Wolf Ranger. I've already gone on enough about it. Actually, I do want to swap his hands to be the claws, because I just like how that looks. So we'll just kind of wrap it up here. But yeah, that's it. That's really going to do it for the Wild Force Lunar Wolf Ranger figure from Wave 11, and really Wave 11 in general. So I hope you guys enjoyed this whole little series of reviews for the Wave. Of course, you can check out every other Lightning Collection figure review on the channel, including the rest of Wave 11. We'll bring them all in for a group shot here in a second, maybe. And there he is. But yeah, I definitely cannot recommend this figure. This is definitely the worst of the Wave. We'll go ahead and bring everybody else back. So we have Dino Fury Red, which we took a look at first. And then we took a look at Dino Charge Pink. So we'll get her back there. And then where'd the Zeo Cog go? The Zeo Cog is sitting right here, off to the side. And then we have Merrick. Oh, Cog's kind of blocking Shelby a little bit. There we go. So that is Lightning Collection Wave 11, all 4 of them. And what an interesting wave this is. Wave winner, Dino Fury Red. Actually, this is an order in terms of my opinions. And also the review order is also the order of my opinions. Dino Fury Red's the best in the wave. Shelby's really good. Cog is perfectly good. It's just, if you liked last year's, you're going to like this one. This is the worst. So I really wish it wasn't. This is my favorite character in the wave. And that's why it really hurts so much that it's not good. So it's not terrible, but I'm not going on it again. Anyway, thank you all for watching these series of videos, and I hope we get better version of him eventually, and we'll see how the rest of his team comes. But of course, until next time, you can follow me on Twitter at LivingRangerKey or at LandingFigPR, and I'll see you all later.